giving you all the information you need, our plays, and a lot of research and information to go with it. So welcome into our 2-hour show. We are getting started here at 11 a.m. and across all of our platforms. Like I said, on Twitch for the first time ever, so welcome to all those new viewers on Twitch. And for those watching on Instagram Live, YouTube, and TikTok Live, appreciate your loyal viewership, you watching us every single day as we talk sports, give out picks, give out plays, and do a lot of research right here in front of you. If you are watching on Instagram Live, you right now see the behind-the-scenes green screen view. If you want to see our picks and research done up on the screen in front of you, go to our YouTube channel, Fumble Sports. You can watch the entire show there. So excited to get into everything that's going on in the world of sports. We have a ton of picks loaded up today, like we always do. But while people settle into the channel and get us as we slowly get into the show, just want to hit a few notes. Some of the big news and notes from around the sports world and what my reaction to it is. So I'll put those out there while everyone gets settled into the show. First of all, we have to start with our reactions to Game 3 last night of the NBA Finals. Really impressed by what I saw from the Denver Nuggets. Not all of them. Michael Porter Jr. continues to be MIA in this series after Game 1. I was really disappointed in his effort or lack thereof. But once again, we saw why Jokic and why Jamal Murray are one of the best tandems in the NBA. Doesn't get talked about enough in terms of a perfect big two. But they are the Shaq and Kobe of this moment. If you remember in the early 2000s, Shaq and Kobe was the 2-on-2 duo that you wouldn't want to face. Shaq down low being big, dominating, and then Kobe just being a killer, a sniper from range. That's what you see with Jamal Murray, except Jamal Murray also goes down there for rebounds, and Jokic can score almost from anywhere on the floor. I was just dazzled by what I saw from the Denver Nuggets last night. As for the Miami Heat, where was the effort? Where was the intensity? Where was the Miami Heat fight that I saw in the Boston Celtics series? Because I actually thought that the Nuggets fought more in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter. But unlike the first two games of the series, the fourth quarter, the Nuggets really showed heart, really showed that they're the superior team. And I do think the Miami Heat are in a bit of trouble. Game 4 becomes a must-win for them. And right now, I'm just not seeing it. Now, one thing we did get right about this series, Bam Adebayo has been the star that we said he had to be if Miami had any chance of winning. Bam Adebayo has been outstanding. You can argue he's been the best player for the Miami Heat. I don't really think it's much of an argument. He has been the best player for the Miami Heat. Speaks well of him. But Jimmy Butler, I know he got 28 points. Not enough, Jimmy. Not enough. I thought we were going to not just see playoff Jimmy. I thought we were going to see NBA Finals Jimmy. I haven't seen NBA Finals Jimmy yet. I'm still waiting for Jimmy Butler to show up in the manner in which we expected. Jamal Murray's doing that. Jokic is doing that. Bam is doing that. Jimmy Butler, I'm actually calling you out. I love Jimmy Butler. I love his game. I usually love his intensity. But over the last 3 games, I just haven't seen it in the way that I need to. Jimmy Butler has to be an attack dog. He's got to be the aggressor. I'm seeing way too much passive Jimmy. And right now, passive Jimmy Butler isn't enough to beat the Denver Nuggets. That's my take on the Game 3 that we saw last night. Couple other news and notes around the NBA and the world of sports. The Suns have released Chris Paul. Chris Paul is a free agent. The automatic assumption is that the Los Angeles Lakers, which just makes for the bookend to what should be a 30 for 30, which is how did Chris Paul not become a Laker? If you guys remembered when David Stern blocked that trade from New Orleans to LA that would have involved Chris Paul, he would finally end up a Laker. It would just come a decade plus after it was supposed to happen. It would just be a fascinating story of Chris Paul ultimately becoming a Laker. It feels like that's what's destined to happen. I can't really see Chris Paul with too many other teams. If he's not going to be with the Phoenix Suns, he's going to be embraced by vets. He's going to be embraced by a star like LeBron James. So my expectation is that he does go to the Lakers on what is the ultimate minimum given his resume. I don't think he's actually worth that much money at this point. But I do think it's another option at point guard for the Lakers. You know Anthony Davis likes him. You know LeBron James likes him. He's a member of the Banana Boat team. So with that said, I do expect Chris Paul to be a member of the Lakers. It's just a matter of time. Can't see too many other teams that would really be a good fit, just looking at the landscape across the NBA right now. In part because Chris Paul doesn't want to go to a rebuild. Chris Paul doesn't want to go to a project. He wants to go something that's very comfortable, where he's going to have his chance at a ring that he'll never get. Chris Paul is going to end up being the Dan Marino of the NBA. Chris Paul's never going to win an NBA ring. I'm saying it now. Chris Paul's never going to win it. He's just not that kind of player. He doesn't come through. He hasn't had the right teams. You could put all of these excuses out there, but I'll say it right now. Chris Paul's never going to win a title, but he will play for the Lakers next year. That's my prediction. Another piece of NBA news that I just wanted to touch on as everyone gets settled into our show. Did you guys hear about Zion Williamson and his baby mama drama? Zion Williamson has not been on a basketball court nearly as much as I would like. This guy is incredibly talented. What we saw at Duke got us all excited for his time in the NBA. But over the last 2 seasons, he hasn't played 40 games. And yet, I'm hearing about where he is dunking his basketball, if you know what I'm saying, off the court. So, apparently Zion is dating a porn star. And meanwhile, while he was dating this porn star, he also impregnated another woman. He was trying to convince both of them to move to New Orleans. And then this porn star girlfriend found out about this other, baby mama and dropped it all on Twitter. What she's done with Zion, what she thinks of Zion, the fact that Zion likes it raw dog and thus he should get tested. I mean, we got some crazy things going around with Zion Williamson. And all I'm going to say is 2 things. 1, Zion, if right now you have more girlfriends than you have buckets, over the last 2 years, that is a bad look, brother. You need to find some calm in your life. You need to find some balance. You need to figure out some things. Zion Williamson, you can't be having baby mama drama when you haven't even really made the NBA. You haven't had any hype in the NBA. Come on, Zion. You got to focus on the court. You got to focus on getting right. Maybe leave the porn stars to Jimmy G or to somebody else. Another thought on this. Duke has had some bad looks of late. I don't know if any of you guys have noticed, but Kyrie Irving ain't exactly the best, representation of Duke basketball over the last 2 years. Zion Williamson with his baby mama drama, not exactly a good look. These are both coming from the Coach K era, and I know Coach K's gone, but there are a few things about that Duke program that everyone kind of thinks is squeaky clean, or just Duke does it so professionally, or whatever. It gets the Uncle Tom, or it gets the preppy, it gets whatever kind of label is put on it. But Duke has some things coming out of that program that it's not like Florida football team with the Kings of the Swamp that we'll see in the 30 for 30 later this year. But Duke basketball, at the end of Coach K's tenure, certainly has... I'm thinking about it a little differently now. Seeing some of the players that came through that program over the last few years and what we've kind of learned about them and who they are as people does make me think of Coach K a little bit differently. So Zion, this story extends beyond you. It extends to the Duke basketball. It's a bad look for Zion. So Zion, get your baby mama drama straight. You need to figure that out. Last note before we jump into our show for today, the Vikings, they have not yet released Dalvin Cook, but they are going to. They are looking for a trade for running back Dalvin Cook, and if they cannot find it, they will trade him, or they will release him tomorrow. If they cannot find a trade, they will release him on Friday. 2 thoughts on this. 1, I could absolutely see him going to the Miami Dolphins. There's been a lot of rumors about that. Could also see him going to the Bills, but I definitely see him going to the AFC and just adding to the arms race amongst all those teams that are trying to compete. The AFC is going to be so loaded. Dalvin Cook, I think, is going to find a spot with one team in the AFC. But another thought on this is a terrible thing for Ezekiel Elliott. If you're Ezekiel Elliott at home and you've been waiting on a contract, waiting to try to find a home in the offseason, the fact that Dalvin Cook is going to be available, that's one more team that's not going to be interested in you. That's one more place that isn't a landing spot for you. Feels like Ezekiel Elliott is going to be the ultimate mid-season pickup. By the way, when I say ultimate, I mean in brand name, not necessarily in production. But it feels like Ezekiel Elliott's not going to be on a squad in training camp. It feels like someone's going to have to get hurt for him to find a roster. If Dalvin Cook's available, if Austin Eckler couldn't get a trade out of Los Angeles, Ezekiel Elliott's not going to find any homes anytime soon. So that was just an NFL thought as we got some news out of there. That's all our thoughts as we open up the show and the world of sports. As we always do, we're going to go over to our picks. But before we do, make sure that you go over to our website, buttfumblesports.com. Make sure you sign up for our free newsletter. Check out our blog content. We love to rant about sports. We love to give picks out about sports. You can always find our DFS lineup. So if you want to see our daily fantasy lineup for today, our MLB DFS lineup, the best hitters today, the best MLB plays of the day, make sure you go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. We also have our merchandise in our store, including some brand new shirts that we just dropped yesterday. So make sure you go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. Check out our new series of iconic batting stances. So check out our merchandise. We also have some football merchandise as well. And of course, you can always find our Butt Fumble Sports logo merch all over the place. And if you just want to contact us, reach out to Butt Fumble Sports. We love hearing from you guys. Never hesitate. Always feel like you have an open avenue of communication for us. Okay. Now let's get into our daily show. Just want to always give our word of warning at the start of the show, our disclaimer. We are not a sports book. We're not endorsed by any sports book. If you do need help, there are places you can go for it. But we are a place for entertainment. Butt Fumble Sports is here for sports entertainment. We do talk betting. We do talk fantasy. But we are not a sports book. We're not endorsed by any sports book. We certainly have our tips for how to handle sports betting and watching sports. It's a form of entertainment. Don't pay your bills with it. Don't chase money. Have a plan. But of course, have a strategy includes getting great information, and that's why Butt Fumble Sports is here. With that said, how did we do yesterday? I can't believe how many picks we gave out yesterday. I reviewed it. We gave out 50 picks yesterday. We gave out 50 picks. I couldn't believe how many we gave out over the course of yesterday's show. We actually did 2 shows. We even did a half hour prior to the NBA game. We went 30-20. The NBA player prop bets really hurt us. The game didn't go the way we thought. I thought Miami would cover the spread. I thought Miami would be better. Didn't quite get to what we wanted on the player prop bets. But that said, our MLB player prop bets, scorching hot. 15-4. We went 3-1 on our MLB game picks. Our player prop bets went 15-4. And that's now 2 days in a row. So 3 days in a row, really. So the last 3 days, just on MLB player prop bets, we've gone 12-4, 12-8, and 15-4. So when it comes to baseball, we are scorching hot in our MLB player prop bets. So make sure you're joining us. As always, you guys know how to trigger those picks. We'll get to a few of those in a moment. As for our celebrity shots of the day, as you guys know, every day, if you guys want to have your pick put up on the screen and we keep track of it, put in the comments section, either on Instagram Live, TikTok Live, YouTube, or on Twitch, my celebrity pick and then a colon. We'll keep track of all of your picks. How did we do yesterday? Show Me had a good day. Alexander did not. Top Dog had a really good day. Dante did not. Stephen Pock got on the board. Mike Oxlong went 0 for 2. Dante cashed. IP Shea did not. Mike Torres stays red hot with his picks. Jorge, not so much. Missed. And Candyman came through. We had a game postponed, but his other game did cash. WNBA doing well for Candyman. So here were our results from yesterday, Wednesday, June 7th. There you can see the celebrity shot records up on the board. Mike Torres, LRK425. Top Dog, some of our undefeated. Show Me, some of our undefeated players. And then there are a few who need to find their way again over 500, but plenty of opportunities to do that over the course of our show today, tomorrow, and many weeks to come. Again, here was our final record, but as we always do, graveyard it goes. Time to put that in the graveyard. We're going to clear out our results from yesterday, because that's yesterday's news, not relevant anymore. For all those who are new to the show, how do we give out our picks? Simple. Every time we get our live goal of confetti, we give out a pick. And every time we hit 2,000 likes, every time we hit a 2,000 like benchmark, we give out a long ball long shot of the day. We also do have the Stanley Cup Final Game 3 tonight. So we will put that up on our board as well. NHL Stanley Cup Final. Now we will keep the NBA up here if you guys do want to look ahead to Friday's game. We can always do that, but of course, we are focused on today's action more than anything else. Steven, great to see you on YouTube. You are on the board, my friend. Hope you're having a wonderful day, Steven. And to all those who just joined the show on TikTok Live, wonderful to see so many familiar faces. Deadpool, Stephen Pock, Jorge, IP Shade 45, Mike Torres 835, Chris Silva, great to see you. Guerra, great to see you. So much fun every single day talking sports with you guys. Now, we have gotten some confetti from IP Shade, so like we always do, we have picks to give out, everybody, so let's dive into it. Every time we get that confetti, we give out a pick. First pick we're going to give out for today, probably not surprising to you guys, Dodgers on the money line. Dodgers on the money line. Pretty obvious play for me today. Kershaw on the mound in Cincinnati facing Graham Ashcraft. Ashcraft at home this year has an 8.49 ERA. He's allowed 6 home runs. Opponents have a 300 batting average against him. Kershaw's been one of the best pitchers in the National League this year. Really a no-brainer, kind of an obvious play. We throw it up on the board, let you guys know. Kyle, thank you so much for joining us. Kyle, you did well. Marlins on the money line. Nuggets on the spread. Good job, Kyle. Farika, good morning to you. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We have another pick to give out right now. Another pick to give out as a thank you to IP Shade 45 for hooking us up with our confetti. Thank you so much, IP Shade 45. Next pick we're going to give out. Diamondbacks on the money line. Diamondbacks on the money line. Similar story in this one. Reason we really like it. Merrill Kelly on the mound for the Diamondbacks. On the road this year, Merrill Kelly is 4-0, a 1.63 ERA, just 1 home run allowed, and opponents have a 208 batting average against him. Love the opportunity to take the Dodgers and the Diamondbacks. Would probably put that in a parlay, but I like them both individually as well. But those are our first 2 picks of the day that we just gave out because IP Shade 45 hooked us up with that confetti. If you want more picks, you know how to get it done. Of course, we also have long ball long shots of the day every time we hit 2,000 likes. If you have a question, a comment, if you have a celebrity pick, it doesn't matter the platform. Instagram Live, TikTok Live, YouTube, or Twitch for the first time ever. If you guys have a pick, you can throw it in the comment section just like Mike Torres did. Mike Torres, my celebrity pick, is also in that game. I'm taking both teams to score over 3 runs at minus 140. Just to double check, Mike Torres, you're talking about the Dodgers and the Reds? Dodgers and the Reds, Mike Torres. And by the way, is that a parlay or is that a one individual bet? Give us some clarity on that. So it looks like Mike Torres is going to be our first celebrity pick of the day. By the way, Mike Torres, 835, 3-0, everybody. 3-0. Might want to keep tailing him. He is taking Dodgers team total over. It's always nice when you guys write the bet the way that you guys have the bet. It makes it easier for me to just throw it up on the screen. So to be sure, it's Dodgers over, and you said over 3. Both teams to score 3 plus over 3, so over 3 plus Reds team total over 3. It helps when you guys write the pick the way that you have it, just for future reference. But that's our first celebrity shot of the day. Up there on the big board, it's all one bet, so we're putting that plus sign between the two. But there you go, Mike Torres is on the board. If you guys want to join Mike Torres on the board, throw your celebrity pick in the comment section. Write my celebrity pick or celebrity pick, colon, and then what the pick is, what you want me to write up on the big board as the pick. Just to dive into this game a little bit, if we go to our ballpark pal, MLB.com website. You can see here the weather. Weather's really helping the ball fly in this one. Once we hit 2,000 likes, don't be surprised if you see some names from this game come up on the big board for a home run. If you guys want to have your celebrity pick on the big board, this is how you do it. Write in the comments section, celebrity pick, or my celebrity pick, and then what the pick is. That's how we distinguish it outside of us doing research for people like what we're going to do for Jorge right now. Jorge has a pick. Jorge has a question. Jorge has a question about Merrill Kelly over 4.5 strikeouts. So let's jump into our player props. Merrill Kelly, as we get loaded up here. We're looking at Merrill Kelly, and we are looking at strikeouts. 4.5 has the slight advantage on the implied probability, but it has been a cashing ticket. It's been really consistent. Really like this one. He's facing the Washington Nationals. How have they done against him lifetime? There are a couple hitters who have hit him well. Lane Thomas has hit him well. 1 of 3. Ruiz, 2 of 6. Garcia does have a home run. 2 of 3 hits and a home run. Candelario, 3 for 6. Not massive strikeout numbers either. This isn't one that necessarily jumps off at me as like a perfect play or something that gets me really excited. But if I did have to lean in a direction, I would take the over. The alternative line at over 3.5 isn't appealing to me, so it is probably the 4.5. I love the trend. How is it done on the road? It's been okay. This actually kind of takes me away from it. The fact that it hasn't been as good on the road, I'm not going to put it up on my big board. If I had to go in a direction, I would take the over. It looks like a really solid trend. But then if you do go on the road, it's not as appealing. So I would just say, I don't think it's a bad play, Jorge. I would think it's a good play, but I'm not going to put it up on my big board. Normally when we see this kind of trend, it's an automatic big board for me, but not on this one. A little bit hesitant on it. Clayton Kershaw over 1.5 walks. Let's go look at that one. It's a good question by IP Shade 45. Clayton Kershaw looking at walks allowed. So the over, strong probability here. You'll hear me talk about this. Anytime you see implied probability at over 55%, we really like it. If it gets over 60%, we're crazy about it. But 56% is pretty strong right here. Now, as IP Shade 45 just brought up, it doesn't look like a strong trend, but then go away and it's much stronger. So this is one I actually do like. If we go to Cincinnati Reds stats against him, not good numbers, but small sample sizes as well. You may want to take this on both sides of it. And what I mean by that is, I do like Clayton Kershaw over 1.5 walks. I'm going to throw that up on my big board. That's Clayton Kershaw over 1.5 walks allowed. And again, for those new to the show, every time we find a good play in show, we put an asterisk next to it just to distinguish it. A bullet point means we had our research prior to the show, so it was all ready to go. And just looking at Kershaw, we just looked at walks. Now let's step out and let's look at strikeouts. I'm kind of interested. Is it just going to be a high walk, high strikeout day? Not at the 7.5. I don't like 7.5 as the line. Very hit or miss. Hasn't been a strong play. If we look at it on the road, it's actually not a good play. In fact, I'm actually going to go the other side on this. I'm going to take under 7.5. Under 7.5 strikeouts for Clayton Kershaw against the Cincinnati Reds. Again, the averages aren't good, but not too much history here. I'm going to take the under. I'm going to take the under 7.5 strikeouts on Kershaw. So even though I do like the Dodgers today, interesting that the trends kind of speak to I like the over on walks. I like the under on 7.5 strikeouts. Farika, Jimmy Butler hit on the parlays last night on turnovers. Yes, he did, Farika. Good job doing that. Great job by Farika. By the way, Farika, if you have a pick that you want on your big board, on our big board rather, if you have a celebrity shot, let us know. And by the way, for all of those who have given a pick, Mike Oxlong, Alexander, Steven, LRK425 is in 2 spots. LRK425 should be 2 and 1. But if you don't have a winning record yet, today's a brand new day. Throw your celebrity picks up in the comment section. Let's get back on the winning side of everything. Okay, Chris Silva's got a pick. Chris Silva, Corbin Carroll over 8.5 hitter fantasy. Okay, we do not, for celebrity shot of the day, we do not put up fantasy. That is the one thing I've decided we're not going to do, because then it depends on the different fantasy book that you use and all that. So, Chris, more than happy to put a Chris Carroll play up there. More than happy to put your play up there. But we're not going to put any fantasy picks up here on the big board as a celebrity shot. Because fantasy, that's not a play. That's not. That's fantasy. You want to get fantasy advice, we're here for it. We can help you out. But we'll do it a little bit different. By the way, Chris, let's dive into Corbin Carroll, because there's got to be a good play there. Because I agree with you. Good opportunity to take him today. So let's see if we can find one that's really good for you. Let's go to Corbin Carroll. First of all, just off the bat, if I go to Corbin Carroll and I just look at what's been the hot play, look at over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Boom, Chris, I think we just found your celebrity shot of the day. We certainly found something I'm going to put up on my big board. I love the play. Look at it on the road. Over the last 20 games, 4 games in a row, 6 out of the last 7. If I just do it overall, really hot trend, especially again over the last 10. This is a good one for us. So I'm going to throw this one up on my big board. That's Corbin Carroll over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs, really quick. Let's just see how he's done against Josiah Gray. Not a big sample size, but 1 for 3 with a home run. Chris, we'll make that your celebrity shot as well. Are you cool with that, Chris? Give us the thumbs up. Let us know. If you'd like to follow us on that, Chris, we'll make that your celebrity shot of the day. Looks like Chris is about it. So we're going to throw Chris up here on our big board as a celebrity shot. That is Chris Silva, Corbin Carroll over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. So that's going to be Chris Silva's lock. We don't have locks, by the way. We don't do that, so I shouldn't say it. But Chris Silva's celebrity shot of the day. If you guys want to throw your celebrity shot up here on the big board, no matter where you're watching, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, or YouTube, just put in the comments section my celebrity pick, and whatever it is, we'll throw it up on the board. Again, for those who want my picks today, how do we give those out? Every time we get our live goal of confetti, we give out a pick. Every time we hit 2,000 likes, we give out our long ball, long shot of the day. So make sure you're hitting that confetti. Make sure you're hitting the like button. That's how we do it. Jorge, I love fantasy, and we can dive into fantasy for research. I'm all about doing fantasy research. The celebrity shot of the day, I don't want it to be a fantasy play, because then as I go do the research to see if it hit or it didn't, I have to look at different places. It's just a pain in the butt. So I'm trying to make it fun for you and easy for me, and that's why we do it. IP Shade 45, I'm going to get to your question in 1 second, because I freaking love that play. IP Shade 45, you're actually hitting on one of the plays, one of the picks I had loaded up prior to my show. But let's go to Jorge first. We're going to answer Jorge's question first about Spencer Strider, because he's been waiting patiently for that. And then we'll get into Andrew Benintendi. By the way, I think IP Shade 45 is starting to learn from our shows every day how we do our research. He's asking good questions, bringing up good plays every single day. Okay, Jorge was asking about Spencer Strider on 6.5 strikeouts. Right now we see it at 8.5. Let's go to an alternative line at 6.5. 6.5, you're not getting good odds, but it's a great play. So the answer is yes, I like it. It's just a terrible play. It's just a terrible pick. It's not a good play. Now, if we look head-to-head, he did cash on this in his last start against the Mets about a month ago, about 5 weeks ago, so somebody to keep your eye on. It's been incredibly consistent if we set it at 6.5. There's a reason Vegas is forcing you to put so much money down if you want it, because it's so consistent. Now, if we look at how the Mets have done against Spencer Strider, there are some hitters who actually hit him pretty well. Francisco Lindor, Brandon Nimmo, those are two names we're going to bring up in just a little while in the show. Guys you want to consider for a player prop bet. But that said, overall, you look at the strikeout totals. Keep in mind, Pete Alonso probably won't be playing because he got hit on the wrist yesterday. There aren't as many high strikeout numbers here. I'm not going to touch this one more because of where the odds are. If you did want to just automatic play for me, yes, 6.5 over on strikeouts feels like a no-brainer, but the odds aren't great. So Jorge, that's where you could take it, 6.5, just not one I'm going to put up on my big board. Oh, wow, Kyle, Diamondbacks game is off, I'm guessing due to the air conditions. So it has cleared somewhat in New York City, where I'm located. The weather, the air is a little bit better. Are we getting confirmation on that? Can we just get confirmation about that Arizona Diamondbacks game being canceled? That would be really unfortunate. We do have more baseball games than we were supposed to, obviously, because a few got canceled because of the weather yesterday. But I do want to double check that. Arizona Diamondbacks. Today's game has been postponed due to air quality conditions. Wow. So for all of those who are watching the show, we already have a couple games that are not going to be played. So Diamondbacks on the money line is not going to be played. We have to take that off the board. Unfortunate. Corbin Carroll, see ya. Off the board, not going to be played. Chris Silva, you got to find a new play today. Chris Silva, our play with Corbin Carroll's no longer available to us. So guys, this weather on the East Coast, obviously because of the fires in Canada, the weather conditions, the air quality is playing havoc with Major League Baseball. It does mean that we have a couple double headers today. Obviously the Yankees and the White Sox. I believe the Phillies and the Phillies game isn't a doubleheader against the Tigers. It's just they got moved to what was supposed to be a scheduled off day, I believe. But Yankees-White Sox does have a doubleheader. We're going to have to do some extra research, Chris, to find you some more plays. So, Chris, make sure you throw in your celebrity shot once you find it. Okay, let's get to IP Shade 45's question about Andrew Benintendi over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And IP Shade 45, this is going to be a little bit tricky with our research today. For this reason, it is a doubleheader. So it's more about which game you like. I don't know. What's trickier is I'm assuming these are for the first game that's played. The first game. Is there only one game today or is there two? I thought there were two. Let's go to covers.com. I thought we had a Yankee doubleheader. Yeah, we do. 4:05, 7:05. And IP Shade 45, to answer your question, just off the bat, I love him against Lance Lynn. So that's what I'm really looking at, is his matchup against Lance Lynn. So the over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs I do like at 56%. I didn't mean Lance Lynn. I meant Luis Severino. His stats against Luis Severino are really good lifetime, obviously from his time with the Red Sox. If we look at against Luis Severino, a 400 batting average in a large sample size, that's why we do like it. Now the question is, what do we like? Do we like hits, runs, and RBIs? Do we like bases? Do we like overall on hits? Let's dive into it. So hits, runs, and RBIs, it's actually been decently consistent over the last few days. And we're getting it at 1.5, so I do like that. Like the history against the pitcher. Luis Severino, 5.28 ERA, much higher than we would expect. I know he's still coming back from injury, so only the 15.1 innings pitched. But that's a touch higher than I'd like when it comes to ERA. Even his whip's a bit higher. So this is one we may want to consider. I'm going to throw it up on my big board. I do like it. It actually is one that I had before. But we're going to look at a couple others as well. We're going to look at total bases as well. Benintendi. Over. 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. But we might also like total bases here. Total bases over 1.5. Nope, not a good trend. Not a good trend. Then let's just go to overall hits. The 1.5 means we don't like it. What about singles? Over 1/2 a single is another one I like. And again, if I look at his history against Luis Severino, we looked at the stats last night. Andrew Benintendi against Luis Severino, lifetime. What you see on the screen is just since 2018, but lifetime against Luis Severino, 31 at-bats, 13 hits, a .419 average, 2 home runs, 1 triple, 4 doubles, 10 RBIs, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. So in his 13 hits, he actually has 7 extra base hits. So I do like him on a single. How do we feel about the home run today? Home runs are a bit up, but they're not blowing in a direction that we like. They're blowing out to left center. So no, I don't like Andrew Benintendi on a home run, but I do like him on over 1/2 a single. I'm going to take that at -135. That's a solid play. So I'll throw that one up. It's going to be an in-show research play, but Andrew Benintendi over 1/2 a single. There you go. So a couple plays off of that question from IP Shade 45. Top Dog, you are crushing it on your celebrity picks, Top Dog. You are right. Top Dog off to a fantastic 3-0 start. By the way, for those who aren't as off to as hot a start as Top Dog, no worries. Today's a new day. As you guys know, I put out my results every single day. Every day I put up my results. Sometimes we're really hot, sometimes not so much. So never feel like you need to be embarrassed or ashamed or have any problems. It's just about, hey, today's a new day. If yesterday we struck out 3 times, today we do our research, we get back in the batter's box, and we try to go 3 for 4. So let's get back to our picks. If you guys do want picks, how do we give those out? You guys know at this point, hit the confetti, our live goal. We give out one of the picks that we have pre-show. If you guys want a long ball, long shot of the day, make sure you're hitting that like button. We actually haven't hit 2,000 likes yet, so let's get up to 2,000 likes and we'll give out some more of our favorite long ball, long shots of the day. IP Shade 45 doing the work for you guys, helping you guys out by giving us that confetti, and thus we have some more picks to give out. Okay, the next one I'm going to look to, I want to make sure I'm getting the best odds on it. Mike Trout, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. You see a really strong implied probability here. He has a great history against the pitcher that he's going to be facing, Drew Smyly. So Mike Trout, over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. Have we hit 2,000 likes yet? Hit that like button, guys. Let's get up to 2,000 likes really quick. Would love to give out a long ball, long shot of the day. Let's get up to 2,000 likes, guys. Hit that like button really quick. I want to give out this long ball, long shot of the day. Let's hit that like button. I want to give out this long ball, long shot of the day. So Mike Torres, I believe one of your plays we did not count. I believe it was a fantasy play or something. There was something to it. So yes, you might be 4-0. As we recognize it, you're 3-0, but Mike Torres doesn't mean that you can't go 4-0 with your pick today. Have we hit 4,000 likes or 2,000 likes? Yes, we have, because you guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much. And not surprising, you guys probably know where I'm going with this. Mike Trout. I like Mike Trout today to hit a home run for a couple reasons. As I mentioned, lifetime against Drew Smyly, he already has 2 home runs, 5 hits, already 2 home runs. Also looking at the weather in that Cubs game, what do we see? Likelihood of overall home runs is up. The wind is blowing out to right center. No problem with Mike Trout. He actually likes to hit the ball the opposite field. But the fact that it's blowing out at all in LA, opportunity for a home run. So Mike Trout, just want to show you what he's getting on a home run. First of all, good implied probability here at 24%. Plus 320 is where you could take it. Plus 320 is where you could take it. So that's going up on our big board. Mike Trout. Top dog, is that if you have a celebrity pick of the day and you want it in our on our big board, you have to write my celebrity pick or my celebrity shot and then what it is. Otherwise, we're just going to assume that you want me to do research. So make sure you guys are distinguishing between my celebrity shot and then just a question. So if it is your pick of the day that you want up on the big board, make sure you write my celebrity shot, my celebrity pick. And that's how we will know that it's what you guys want. Appreciate all you guys joining us. No matter the platform, Instagram Live, TikTok Live, YouTube, and for the first time ever, Twitch community. Welcome to Butt Fumble Sports' daily show. We are live every single day. I hope you guys are following. I hope you're subscribing. We are live every day for 2 hours with research, picks, and as you guys know, jokes and a lot of sports talk to go with it. We try to have as much fun as possible. Mike Torres, IP Shade 45, Chris Silva, Jorge, Joe, thank you guys so much for being in the comment section. If you're watching at home, make sure you throw your questions, your comments in the comment section. We want to hear from you. And Top Dog, was that a question about Mike Trout? Was that a pick? Let us know, Top Dog. We want to know if that was a pick or if that was a question. Okay, IP Shade 45. Reed Walk Detmers is on the mound today. IP Shade 45, I love where your head's at. Let's go look at Reed Walk Detmers and let's see if he's good for 1.5 today. So Reed Detmers walks allowed over 1.5. IP Shade 45. Do you see this at 64%? I mean, are we having fun or what? Because when we see 64%, that's how a player earns the nickname Reed Walk Detmers. That's so much green. That's so much green, we'd call this a lawn. Unbelievable. Love it, IP Shade 45. We are throwing this up on our big board as well. Reed Walk Detmers over 1.5 walks. No brainer for me on this one. Reed Detmers over 1.5 walks allowed. IP Shade 45. Should I just assume that's what you want? Is that a celebrity shot of the day for IP Shade 45? I have to assume, since you brought it up, you've called it so perfectly over the course of the last few weeks. Let us know, IP Shade 45, if you're taking Reed Walk Detmers. Yeah, that is your pick of the day. Feels like a no-brainer from IP Shade 45. Still waiting on Chris Silva's celebrity shot, but IP Shade 45 is going with Reed. I almost put Walk Detmers, but no. Reed Detmers over 1.5 walks. So welcome back to the big board, IP Shade 45. IP Shade 45's 1-2, trying to get to that 500 record. That's IP Shade 45's pick of the day. Tyler, what's happening? Great to see you today. Yeah, Guerra, sorry that Diamondbacks game got canceled. Obviously, the weather, this air quality has just been awful. It's wreaking havoc on Major League Baseball. Too bad, because I really liked that game today. Diamondbacks felt like a no-brainer, and obviously it also felt like a no-brainer to take the Corbin Carroll play that we put up on the board, so a little disappointed by that. Chris Silva, what do I think of Austin Riley today? What do I think of Austin Riley? Let's go look at it. Austin Riley. Now, if we just go off of implied probability, what are the strongest plays? Lots of unders, except when we hit the over half a hit. Interesting that over half a hit is actually getting good play. How has he done lifetime against Verlander? I'm surprised he doesn't have an at-bat lifetime against Verlander. He's never faced him. How is he doing against right-handed pitching? 268 average, not great. If I had to take anything, it would be probably on over half a hit. Hits, runs, and RBIs, it has been consistent over the last few days. Let's look at the implied probability on hits, runs, and RBIs. Wow, it's at 61%. We got to take it. If it's at 61%, we got to ride with it. Okay. Not one I expected to put up on our big board, but we are going to. Austin Riley, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs at 61%. It's been really consistent over the last 4 games. At home, 3 games in a row. Head-to-head against the Mets. Not as consistent, but we got to put it up on the board. Austin Riley, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I am going to double down on this, only as a kind of protection almost. I'm also going to take him on over half a hit. We saw that was a really strong play. I'll take over half a hit. 1.5 bases, had my eye on it, but not as appealing. Over half a hit, make it a leg of a parlay. So I'm also going to take Austin Riley over half a hit. I know he's facing Verlander, but we're going to chance it. Just given the trends are in our favor on that one. Jorge, we'll get to your question in just 1 second. It's a great question, Jorge. Tyler, Baylor? Who's Baylor? Give me some Baylor? Hardly know her. Top Dog, we'll do your research now. Mike Trout on half a strikeout. Now, Mike Trout's faced Drew Smyly 18 times in his career, only 4 strikeouts. So, it's a lefty-righty matchup, and he doesn't have too many strikeouts against him. Let's look at it, though. We're on Mike Trout to hit a home run and hits, runs, and RBIs, but let's look at strikeouts. Over, man. Look at the implied probability on the over. Incredibly high. Wow. When did Mike Trout turn into such a strikeout play? At home? Okay. Now, against left-handed pitching, Mike Trout against left-handed pitching does have a 297 average. Strikeouts are at just about 28%. I'm shocked at how big a play this is. Big play for this. Wow. I'm not going to put it up on my big board, but Top Dog, this isn't a bad play. This is actually a good play. Mike Trout's striking out a ton. I cannot believe this. Wow. Part of me wants to put it up on the board as like a hedge. We already have Mike Trout on over at 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs and on a home run. Kind of want to take it to hedge. He's either going to cash on the over on those or he's going to cash on this. It's been so consistent. I'm going to do it. I'm on Mike Trout both on a good way and on a bad way. I can't believe I'm doing it. But Mike Trout, over half a strikeout. The only thing I don't like about it is the matchup against Drew Smyly, but it's so consistent. As you guys know, we don't go off of brand names. We don't go off of my opinion. We go off of trends. We go off of data, and the data is telling us this is a good play. You can't ignore it. Yeah, IP Shade 45. This is one in which this is actually the perfect example. Taking Mike Trout on over half a strikeout, this is a perfect example of why you come to Butt Fumble Sports. I'm sure there are a lot of places out there that give you their opinion, that go, oh, Mike Trout, he's one of the greatest hitters of his generation. There's no way he gets a strikeout today. Lefty-righty matchup. But Butt Fumble Sports does not do that. We look at the data. We remove our opinion. We remove our personal bias. We look at the data. If the analytics tells us to go in a direction, we're going to go in it. We have to follow the data. The data says he's good for hits, runs, and RBIs. It says he could hit a home run. It also says he's such a consistent strikeout at this point, you got to take it. So that's why you come to Butt Fumble Sports, not for opinion, but for information, for analytics, and for data. That's why we put it up on our board. By the way, if you guys want any of your picks thrown up on the big board, once again, throw in the comment section, my celebrity shot, and we will throw on the big board your pick. We keep track of them. That way you guys can be a part of the show every single day. You can play along at home, engage with us. If you guys want to pick, live goal of confetti's how you get one of my picks. Every time we hit 2,000 likes, we give out a long ball, long shot of the day. Top Dog has his pick that he's giving out. Top Dog, who has been on fire. Top Dog's 3-0. Top Dog, what are you going with today? You are going with Graham Ashcraft under 3.5 strikeouts. Let's look at it. So Top Dog, who's 3-0, might be someone you guys want to tail. You're going under 4 strikeouts. Forgive me, under 4 strikeouts. Let's look at it. So Graham Ashcraft, 4.5 we're looking at strikeouts. So the under 4.5 has a strong implied probability. Top Dog, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt, and I'm actually going to put the hook in your favor. Since we're getting the hook in our favor, we want to use it. If we like the under, take that half a strikeout. Use that to your advantage. So 64% implied probability. Other than 2 starts against the Cubs and the Cardinals, this has been a really consistent play all year. How about at home? Really consistent. Now, the Dodgers, you just look at his Ks per 9, set just about at 7. Set just about at 7. And if we look at Dodgers against them, only David Peralta has at-bats against him, so not a big sample size. But one thing I did want to bring up, the weather in this game, we like runs. We like runs and offense, so you got to think Graham Ashcraft might not be long for this game if the Dodgers put up runs against him. One other thing I want to look at. Let's go to our starting pitchers, and we can look up their stats. So let's look at Graham Ashcraft. The likelihood of walks, by the way, 2.5. Likelihood of strikeouts through the simulations. They do thousands of simulations on every game. They have it set at 4.5, 4.3. So under 4.5 is the right play, but make sure you're on the side of the hook. Let's now go look. I'm going to add this to my big board picks as well. I love the call, Top Dog. We are also going to take Graham Ashcraft under 4.5 strikeouts. Make sure you're taking the hook. Make sure you're taking that 0.5. Make sure you're getting that extra little bit of help. Additionally, let's go to walks. Let's look at him on walks allowed. Looks like 1.5. Great implied probability here, 65%. Not as consistent as I would like over the last 4 games. At home, 4 out of the last 5. Bingo. We like it. Graham Ashcraft, we're going to double down on him not having a great game. Graham Ashcraft over 1.5 walks allowed. There you go, everybody. There's another pick that we like. Thank you, Top Dog, for your celebrity shot of the day. Inspired a pick of ours, as well as another play involving Graham Ashcraft. So thank you, Top Dog. For all of those that are watching on YouTube, always feel like you can engage with us. We're always standing by to hear your comments, take your questions, and of course, take your celebrity shot and throw it up on our big board. So if you're watching on YouTube, never feel passive, never feel shy. We love hearing from you. Engage. But of course, hit the like button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button on our video. It goes a long way in supporting the channel. So if you are watching on YouTube, hit the like button. Really means a lot to us. Okay, we got a couple things we need to get to. We had a question about Naylor. Naylor over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. I know we got some questions to get to, but Josh Naylor, let's get to that. Josh Naylor, 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Implied probability here is on the over. Is on the over. Has been a consistent play over the last 3 games. Now, no history against the pitcher that they'll be facing. And interesting, we don't even have knowledge of if it's a lefty or righty, at least on Outlier. The Red Sox starting pitcher has not been named according to Outlier, so no data there. That is something that's going to keep me from doing this. Now, according to ballparkpal.com, Matt Dermody is going to be the starting pitcher, but clearly an opener So the answer is we don't have good data around the starting pitcher or the pitching matchup for the Red Sox today. Chris Silva, if I had to go in any direction on this one, and I believe it was Tyler who brought this one up a moment ago. I believe Tyler was the first one to mention it. Tyler, on this one, I would lean just slightly towards the over, but because I don't know who's pitching today, it's kind of hard. I'm blind. You see who we think's going to be on the mound, but don't really know. We're getting conflicting reports about that. That is a 7 o'clock start, so there is some time. If you do like Josh Naylor, good opportunity to take him. I'm not going to throw it up on my big board, though, just because of the uncertainty. Guys, when we hit 4,000 likes, we will give out another one of our long ball long shots of the day. I've got a bunch more to give out, so make sure you're hitting that like button, guys. One question that we got is about Randall Grichuk. I love Randall Grichuk today, so let's look into it. Randall Grichuk. So Randall Grichuk has fantastic numbers against the starting pitcher that he'll be facing today. Randall Grichuk, lifetime against against Alex Cobb. Lifetime against the Giants pitcher Alex Cobb. 20 at-bats, 10 hits. That's good for a 6... That can't be right. I got something wrong in my notes. That can't be right. He still has great numbers against him, but I got something wrong here. So you can see over under 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. That's not a good play because we don't like the 2.5. However, let's go to total bases. Wow, the over is not a good play according to this. Over is not a good play. Now again, against Alex Cobb, he's got great numbers. 10 for 20, 2 home runs, 8 RBIs for Randall Grichuk. However, not seeing a good play there. Not seeing a good play on over 1.5 just because of the implied probability. I'm kind of surprised by it. Let's go look at another one. Let's go look at hits. How about hits? Over 1.5 hits, not a good play. Man, Vegas, screw you, Vegas. You boxed us in. How about over half a single? That's the only one I'm seeing at a good implied probability here. I really hate it. I really hate how Vegas boxed us in on this one. He has 3 extra base hits in his career. Sorry, he has 5 extra base hits. Half of his hits have been extra base hits against Alex Cobb. I'm going to take the over half a single. I don't feel great about it. I want to take the over half a hit, but it's 1.5. I don't feel good about that. Total bases, 1.5. Total bases at 1.5 does have my attention. It's a really tough play. I love Randall Grichuk. I want to be on him in some kind of way. I'll take the over half a single. Don't feel great about it, though. Because I really want to take it on bases. That's what I really want to take. So there's another in-show play. If you want to pick that we had prior to the show, make sure you help us out with our live goal and hit that confetti. Candyman, big pause. What's the big pause for? Okay, show me my pick. Guys, again, just because it gets a little hard to see your picks in the comment section, write my celebrity pick, colon, and then what the pick is. Show me. Do you want that to be 1 pick or 2? Looks like you want it to be 2, so show me my picks. Reds money line, Braves money line. So show me's going up on our big board on the celebrity shots. Show me Reds money line and Braves money line. I'm fading you on the Reds. I'm surprised you're taking the Reds today, given that it's Kershaw on the mound against Graham Ashcraft. I'm really surprised by that. But you're taking it, and you're also taking the Braves on the money line. There you go. Candyman, okay. Candyman's having some fun. Yeah, every once in a while, slip up on the words. Okay, Candyman, we got you. Joe, yes, I do. I do think Madison could be the starter. They might have picked someone up also in free agency, but I could see Madison being the starter. Could be a good guy to draft, actually, given that he'll probably be overlooked by a lot of people in fantasy leagues. Okay, we have hit 4,000 likes, I believe. Are we close to 4,000 likes? McBride, interesting. Vikings have too many running backs. That's interesting. So we have hit 4,000 likes. We are going to give out another long ball, long shot of the day because we've hit 4,000 likes. And this one's probably not going to surprise you. There's a lot of weather in Max Muncy. There's been a couple games since he's hit one. There's been a couple games, but I like it. So Max Muncy is another one of my long ball, long shots of the day. And by the way, if you guys are curious about how I've been doing on those, yesterday I went 2 for 5. The day before, 2 for 7. The day before that, 0 for 4, 0 for 5. So we have been a bit hot the last couple of days, have found our groove, and that has really been attributed to this Dodgers-Red series. Home runs. Home runs are going to be flying today, so I do like it. Max Muncy up on the board. For all those who are just joining the show, welcome into Butt Fumble Sports and our daily show. Every single day, Butt Fumble Sports is live for 2 hours every single day. We are live for 2 hours. We started at 11 a.m. today, go till 1 p.m. We have another hour of our show to go, another 1 hour of our show to go. If you guys ever want to hit us up, make sure you DM us on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitter. We're always available for you guys on and off the air. Love hearing from you guys. Make sure you go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. You can check out all of our content, including our DFS lineup for today, our MLB game picks, and the best hitters to look for today based on the starting pitching matchups. Again, check out our store. We have some new merchandise that we just dropped yesterday, a couple of new MLB shirts featuring some of the best stances in MLB history. Go check those out. You do not want to miss them. And again, if you ever want to contact us, first, sign up for our free newsletter, but you can always reach us on our website, buttfumblesports.com. There's a link in your bio, a link in our bio, so make sure you go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. Check out our content, our merch, and everything else. So far into our show, we haven't given out any NHL picks just yet, so still waiting on some questions around those. Every time we get the live goal confetti, we give out one of our picks. Every time we hit 2,000 likes, we give out a long ball, long shot of the day. Of course, we do a lot of research, and if you want your pick up on the big board, you have to write in the comments section, my celebrity pick, or my celebrity shot, then a colon, and then whatever pick you'd like, we throw it up on the big board, keep track of them day after day, and that way you guys can be a part of the show. You guys can play along at home, have a lot of fun with you guys. You guys are absolutely the best audience any butt fumbler could hope to have, so I hope you're having a great day. Dante's got a pick. So Dante, how's Dante been doing? Dante's 3 for 2. Dante's celebrity shot of the day. What is it, Dante? Dante is going with Carlos Correa over half a strikeout. Carlos Correa over half a strikeout. Let's go look at it. Oops. Over half a strikeout for Carlos Correa. Let's dive into it. Correa, not on the home run, but on the strikeout. What a high implied probability. Great call here by Dante. 71% implied probability. 5 straight games he's got at least a strikeout. He actually has 2 or more in every game. Wow. What a trend. He's going up against Chirinos. Correa, 0 for 3, has never struck out against him. Interesting, 0 for 3, hasn't struck out against him, but this is a good play. This is a good play, so we are going to tail Dante here, and we are going to throw this one up on our big board as well. Good call by Dante. I like it. So Carlos Correa over half a strikeout. It's just been too consistent. Like the call, Dante. Good call by you. That goes up on our big board. Steven's got a pick. So Steven, we have two Stevens. We have Steven Pock on TikTok Live. We have Steven on YouTube. So we'll put YouTube Steven. And Steven Pock is TikTok Steven. It's like a classroom when you're in elementary school. You have kids with multiple names, so you got to find little nicknames of distinguishing them. By the way, Too Fine K-Line, I'll get to your question in just 1 second. But Steven's pick for today. Okay, Steven, your pick is going to be Eli De La Cruz on a home run. Eli De La Cruz on a home run. He hit the first home run of his career yesterday. We cashed on him in a couple ways yesterday. So you like him to over half a home run? Bold pick. Let's see what a home run is for Eli De La Cruz. So over half a home run. You could get it at plus 525. Plus 525. Now, that said, I really like Eli De La Cruz today. I'm going to give out another pick right now. I'm just going to assume we're going to get some confetti from somebody in the viewing audience over the next minute or two. Hope you guys help us out with our live goal. But Eli De La Cruz, over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs? No. Over 1.5 bases? Yes, please. It's half a base. Everyone, bing, 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 bing. Everyone, pay attention. Eli De La Cruz, over half a base is what the prop is. Over half a base. Everybody, jump on board. Everybody, this is a no-brainer. Scream it from the mountaintops. Eli De La Cruz, over half a base. Ch-ch-ch-ch-ching. Let's get it. Eli De La Cruz. Cruz. Over half a base. Yes, please. Come on. Kid has just come up. He's had 2 games in the majors. It's cashed twice. Kid is on fire from his time in AAA. Like, absolutely. No-brainer for me. Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Okay. To the question, we had a question. We actually have to give out another pick, by the way. We have another pick that we need to give out. Because IP Shade 45 just hooked us up with some confetti. Show me, don't be a hater. Show me, don't be like that. You can't be like that. We're on the same team, buddy. We're all on the same team. Come on, show me. So anyways, let's get to... just your luck. Let's get to another pick. I want to give out another pick for today. Okay, I am going to go back to the Giants and the Rockies. Giants and Rockies. Now that I know how to pronounce his name correctly. Ryan McMahon. Ryan McMahon. Over 1.5 hits, runs, RBIs? No. Over bases? No. Over half a hit? Interesting. Not seeing the one I want. How about singles? He's 5 for 8 lifetime. I'll take the over half a single for Ryan McMahon. I can get it at minus 145. Lifetime against Alex Cobb. He's 5 for 8. Only 1 double. So only 1 extra base hit out of the 5 hits that he has. So I'll take Ryan McMahon over half a single. Ryan McMahon over half a single. And actually, you're getting it at good odds. Despite it being a single, you're getting it at good odds at minus 145. So that's another pick we throw up on the board. Thank you so much, IP Shade 45. Show me, should be tons of runs in the Rockies game today. I tend to agree with you. Look at the weather for this one, guys. Big scoring. big scoring in this game. So let's actually go to that game, and let's look what kind of total we want to take. So Rockies, it's set at 11.5. We don't like that. We want to take it at an alternative line. Where do we like it? Over 10. Over 10 at minus 190. I know the hook's not in our favor here, but I'm going to put this one up on our board as well. It's actually one we did have prior to the show, and that is Giants, Rockies, over 10. So do love that play as well, show me. Guerra, would you take him on 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs for a bigger payout on Eli? The answer is yes, I would. I don't have a problem with it. Yes, I would. Jorge, do you like Framber Valdez today? Do you like Framber Valdez today? Let's go look at him really quick. And then we'll get to Too Fine K-Line's question. I haven't forgotten about you, Too Fine K-Line. Let's look at Framber Valdez. And let's look at strikeouts. Under 60% implied probability here. Now, consistently, this has been over. On the road, half and half. So not one that we're going to take. Not one we're going to take. If we look at the starting pitching matchup overall, let's go to fantasy and let's see how it looks in fantasy. In daily fantasy, how is Framber Valdez looking? He's actually not one of the better starting pitchers today. So just basing it off of the fantasy points, he's not one of the better pitchers to start today. So I'm kind of fading Framber Valdez today. Fading him. Over in the Reds game is plus money on FanDuel. Interesting. Over 9.5. That's an interesting play. Really quick, let's go look at that. Again, then we'll get to the Mets game. But in the Dodgers, over 9.5 at plus money. Again, that's because of Kershaw. The over's been strong with the Reds. The over's been strong with the Dodgers. Head-to-head, it's been strong. I could get this, though, at over 8. Over 8's a cashing play for me. So again, show me, you take it at the plus money. Have no problem with that. But that said, I would take it at over 8. So I'll throw this one up on my board as well. Dodgers, Reds, over 8 runs. And Jorge, yes, the answer is yes, Jorge. Valdez under 5.5. Under 5.5, Jorge. Okay, Chris, before we get to your question, I promised Too Fine K-Line that we would look at the Mets and the Braves. Steven, no, if he hits a double, it doesn't count as a single. It's a double. Steven, that's how it works. If you think he's going to get a double, take 1.5 bases. Steven, a single and a double, those are 2 separate bets. If he gets a single, you don't cash on a double. So if you think he's going to get a double, you can take that, or you could take over 1.5 bases. We are going to give out a long ball, long shot of the day in 1 second, but first we're going to look at the Mets game. Mets and Braves on the total. Too Fine K-Line was asking about under 9.5 runs. Under 9.5. So the over-under is set at 8.5. So the under 9.5 feels like a really good play. It's been a good play for the two teams. Been consistent. I know it hasn't hit the last 2 days. Last 3 games, actually, for the Braves. But Verlander on the mound. He has pitched better in the last couple of starts. Spencer Strider, bad numbers against the Mets in his last game out against them. How's the weather in that game? Likelihood of runs is up a little bit. Too Fine K-Line, I'm not crazy about this one. If I had to take it, I would take the alternative line at under 9.5, but I'm a little wary of this game. I'm a little wary of it. Verlander and Strider, you just assume that the 9.5 under is a hit. Let's look at the trends on covers.com. So covers.com is a place we go for trend data. First of all, look at the Mets. Might want to take the Braves on the money line here. But over, under, the trends aren't really strong in one way or another. But the Mets, taking the Braves on the money line's the play. Taking the Braves on the money line's the play. So we are going to do that. Braves on the money line at minus 185. I am going to do that. We'll tack this one in as an in-show research play. Braves on the money line. We also owe you guys a long ball long shot of the day. We were looking earlier at these two games with a likelihood of home runs being up. Likelihood of home runs up in this Dodgers-Reds game. Also up in this Giants-Rockies game. Now, the starting pitcher for the Rockies is Chase Anderson. Chase Anderson's the starting pitcher. Now, I want to look at Chase Anderson's stats really quick. Looking at it, I want to see his splits for Chase Anderson because we're looking, who is he giving up home runs against? At home, he's actually pitched really well. At home, pitched really well. Amazing, actually, the kind of ERA he has in Colorado so far. So that's kind of, that throws me off a little bit. And he's only allowed that one home run. So not great either way. What about Alex Cobb? What about Alex Cobb? I want to try and find someone in this game. By the way, I do have another player loaded up. I'm trying to look for someone in this game. So if I go to Alex Cobb and I look at his splits, on the road, higher, 5 home runs allowed. 5 home runs allowed. We look at hitter-pitcher matchups. We talked about McMahon earlier. We talked about Randall Grichuk. Grichuk does have 2 home runs. We talked about that earlier. Mike Moustakas is another one. Where's the wind blowing out today? Left field. I'm going to take a flyer. I know we talked about him earlier. I'm going to take a flyer on Randall Grichuk to hit a home run. I'll put up another long ball, long shot of the day, so it's not the only one. But I wanted to have someone in this game. He's got 2 home runs lifetime against Cobb. I'm willing to take the chance on it. I know I'm going to probably get long ball odds on it, long shot odds on it, so that's why we do it. I like it. Randall Grichuk to hit a home run. It'd be plus 675. I'm going to throw it up there. You guys may not want to take it, but I'm going to go with it. Also got a couple more for you guys. The next one I'm going to throw out there, Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker has good numbers against the starting pitcher he'll be facing. I'm going to throw this one up on the screen so you can see it. But Kyle Tucker is our pick for a long ball, long shot of the day. Cody, we like the under. Cody, the under. Cody, under. Come on now. There we go. So Kyle Tucker, getting a little slow here. So Kyle Tucker, we're looking up home runs for Tucker. Plus 500, you could take it. Plus 500. Hasn't been very consistent on this, but against Berrios, that's why we like it. Against Berrios in his career, good numbers. Good numbers. 444 average, a home run and an RBI, so that's one of the reasons I like it. Kyle Tucker to hit a home run. Because we hit 6,000 likes, we threw up a long ball, long shot of the day. We've actually thrown up 2 in the last couple of minutes. Top Dog, there's no way to do it right now, but we are going to set something up after the show. So Top Dog, don't worry, we will set something up. So after the show, we will set something up so you guys can be a part of it as well. Okay, Tito's full send. I just got Eli De La Cruz over half a base at minus 145. It's minus 190 on some. Love that play. Love that play. Yeah, that Dodger game isn't too far off. Keep in mind, guys, that Dodger game is an early game. Game goes off at 12:35. 15 minutes, guys. Final few minutes of the show. Final few minutes before that game goes off. Are there any other players that we like? let's get to it really quick. Let's make sure we're loaded up on this. So are there any other players that we like against Graham Ashcraft of the Cincinnati Reds? Now, JD Martinez, we've been riding him pretty frequently. You could get him on a home run. You could get him on a home run right now. I don't think I like him on a home run necessarily, but what about hits, runs, and RBIs? Hits, runs, and RBIs. Nope, not a good play because it's at 2.5. What about total bases? Over 1.5, jumping on it. We're throwing all of our Dodger Red plays up on the board right now. Only 15 minutes left. JD Martinez, over, what is it? 1.5 bases. Over 1.5 bases. That's another one that I like. What about Mookie Betts? What about Mookie? We think there are going to be runs in this game. We think Graham Ashcraft's going to give them up. Bases isn't a good play. What about hits, runs, and RBIs? Nope, because it's at 2.5. What about hits? Nope, not a good play. What about stolen bases? Stolen bases? Nope, not enough. Not attractive. Thinking about some others. What about Tyler Stevenson of the Reds? Tyler Stevenson of the Reds. What do we think about him? 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs? No. What about total bases? Yes, over half a total base. Tyler Stevenson. Tyler Stevenson. Over half a base. Over half a base. Guys, you want to make sure that you're paying attention as we focus on this Dodger game right now. A lot of things going on. Forgive me, I'm actually fixing my DFS lineup since we have a couple players that are out. Fairchild out, Hayward out. So want to make sure that I'm loading in my lineup. That way I'm not missing anything. Taking JD Martinez. And what's James Outman going off at? I just saw James Outman. So no Jason Hayward today. I like Jason Hayward for a little bit. Now let's look at Outman. Let's look at total bases. Over half a base for James Outman. Done. There's another one. James Outman. Over half a base. So guys, only 10 minutes left before that game starts. You can see I'm loading up right now on Dodgers and Reds as quickly as I can. Nathan, which Dodger goes off? I'm thinking Mookie or Muncy, 1.5 bases. So I already mentioned Max Muncy on a home run. We also should have looked at hits, runs, and RBIs. So let's look at it. Max Muncy, hits, runs, and RBIs. It's 2.5. Don't like it. Let's look at overall bases. 1.5. Too bad. Not a good play. What about hits? Over half a hit. Yep, Max Muncy, over half a hit. Doing it. Here's another one. Max Muncy, over half a hit. Over half a hit. So you can see, guys, we're throwing as many of our plays up on the board for this Reds and Dodgers game. Trying to find as many ways to get on that game as possible right now. Really like it. Eli De La Cruz. Let's quickly look at stolen bases for Eli De La Cruz. Probably not with Kershaw on the mound. But we're going to look at it every day. You can get it at plus 400, 20% implied probability. I'll throw it up on my board, but I'm going to make it a special play just so you guys can discern it. That's going to be Eli De La Cruz over half a stolen base. Not encouraging you guys to take it, just keeping track of it. But here are the picks that we like so far. Here, I'll clear this out for the moment. So that way you can see all of our picks for MLB right now. All of our picks for MLB right now. Our long ball long shots of the day. Our MLB picks, you want to make sure you get those in, guys. Get those in. How about Clayton Kershaw, 4.5 hits? Let's look at it. Clayton Kershaw, 4.5 hits allowed. The over has the strong implied probability. It's hit pretty consistently. How about on the road? Has hit really consistently. And the Reds, the weather, all in our favor on this. We're going to take it. Throwing it up on our board as well. Clayton Kershaw, over 4.5 hits allowed. So we're on Kershaw on walks, hits, strikeouts. We're on him all over the place. So there you go. More on Clayton Kershaw. How about Ashcraft under 4.5? We already talked about the under 4.5 strikeouts. It's up on our big board. Appreciate all you guys. Look at Newman in that game. What about... Hello, Newman. Let's look at it. Newman, Kevin Newman. Hits, runs, RBIs? No. Total bases? No. Total hits? Yes. Over half a hit for Kevin Newman. Over half a hit for Kevin Newman. 71% implied probability. Kevin Newman, over half a hit. And yes, I'm very aware that now I've loaded up on this game so much that if we miss on this game, I'm going to have a really bad record tomorrow, but we tried to follow the trends, doing as much as we can. So these are all the picks that we like for that game. Max Muncy to get a walk today. IP Shade 45 is asking about Max Muncy to get a walk. Let's look at it. Max Muncy on a walk. It does have the strong implied probability here. I'm not going to put it up on my big board. I'm already on him in a number of ways. But Max Muncy, I have him, Max Muncy, on over half a hit. But over half a walk's not a bad idea either, given that Ashcraft gives up the walks. Jonathan India over half a hit. Let's look at it. Only 8 minutes before that game starts. Want to get all these in so you guys can get your plays in. Over half a hit for Jonathan India. Bingo. No-brainer here. Lefty-righty matchup. 8 of the last 10. 5 games in a row. Yes. Jonathan India over half a hit. Another good one. If you want any of these to be your celebrity shot of the day, make sure you go in the comments section and write celebrity shot : and what pick you like. If you want to pick for this Reds and Dodgers game, running out of time. So if you want any pick from this game, make sure for your celebrity pick, get it in the comments section right now. So Tito's is asking about no run in the first inning for the Reds-Dodgers game. We can look at that actually if we go to the game simulation. Reds-Dodgers, yes to a run in the first inning, 54.4%, which is actually pretty high given what the others are. 54. The only other game I saw that was higher was Giants-Rockies. But yes to a run in the first inning at 54.4% for this game between the Reds and the Dodgers. So keep your eye on a run in the first inning. If you guys want any of these celebrity picks up on the screen with your name attached to it, let us know right now. Get it in the comments section. Eli De La Cruz over 1.5 bases. We brought that one up earlier. Up on our board, we took it at half a base. If you guys want your celebrity shot up on the board, your favorite pick of the day, so write in the comments section my celebrity pick or my pick, and then the pick. And we'll throw it up on the big board, but we're running out of time before this Dodgers-Reds game gets underway. We have about a half hour left of our show. 5 minutes before that goes off, Chris Silva is putting in his celebrity pick. Lamonte Wade over 1.5 bases. 1.5 bases, so Wade Jr. over 1.5 bases. Did I get that right? Chris Silva, you are on the board, my friend. Welcome to the big board. IP Shade 45. Chris is asking about Jose Berrios over on walks. Berrios over on walks. Again, if you guys have any more questions about that Dodgers-Reds game, it's about to get underway. Not a good play. Not a good play, IP Shade 45. You can see, yes, the over has been a strong play of late, but not a good implied probability. Houston, some good numbers. I'm not going to take it. I'm not going to take it, IP Shade 45. Not touching that one. We will get to your questions about the Stanley Cup final game in 1 second to those who just asked about it on YouTube. But make sure you're getting your questions and comments in the chat. If any of you guys want this Dodgers-Reds game, running out of time, only 5 minutes left before that one gets going. So make sure you ask your questions. If you have a celebrity shot related to that game, get it in right now. Running out of time. Christopher Morel. He burned us yesterday. Or he didn't play. I thought he'd hit a home run, but he didn't play yesterday. And what are you asking about Chris Morel? What are you asking about? Chris Morel, what are you asking about? If you're just asking about him, okay, we need something to have as kind of an anchoring point. So, what do you want us to look at? If you don't give us insight, tough for us to look. Under on bases. Chris Morel, under on bases. Total bases. The under does have the strength implied probability. It's a good trend. I'm not putting it up on my big board, but yes, good trend. Good trend. Only problem with it, if you think there are going to be some runs scored in that game, the wind is blowing out. I thought he could hit a home run yesterday. He ended up not playing. I'm not gonna talk you in or out of this play, but just showing you what the trends are. Okay, everybody. Hope you've been having a lot of fun watching our show so far today. For all of those who are new to the show, we give out one of our picks every time we get our live goal. Hopefully we can hit our live goal over the remainder of the show. Colton, by the way, thank you so much for the confetti. Appreciate all those who contribute to the show. Helps us get a long way, so thank you so much for hooking us up. IP Shade 45 as well. Thank you guys for hooking us up. Appreciate that so much. Okay, another pick we're going to give out. Want to make sure that we are taking it at the proper odds. I was going to take Tigers Phillies. I was taking it under 8.5. Under 8.5. Oops. Under 8.5 at minus 180. Under 8.5 at minus 145 rather. So that is Tigers, Phillies, under 8.5. So there's another play I like, guys, up there on the board. Thank you so much, Colton. Thank you so much, IP Shade 45. Tito's, is that a question? Is that a comment? Tito's is just over here throwing things in the comment section. Don't really know what you're focused on. To those watching on YouTube, we just got a question about the NHL Stanley Cup final game tonight. Let's go look at that. Now, this has been a tough one for us. I do like Florida tonight. I am taking Florida on the money line. I know it's not been a good play of late. I know they've lost the last two. But prior to that, I had more faith in them. I'm going to go back to it. I like Florida tonight at home. I know, but I am taking Florida to win tonight. So I am taking the Panthers on the money line. That's another play I like. Thank you guys for hooking me up with the confetti. Hopefully we can hit our live goal. Tito's is taking the Panthers. I like it. Tito's, if that's a celebrity pick, you got to write it in the comment section. You have to write celebrity pick, or otherwise I don't know if that's a celebrity pick or not. If it is, more than happy to put you up on our big board as the celebrity shot of the day. IP Shade 45. Show Me had the over on the confetti. Well, we've hit the over, Show Me. Thank you so much to IP Shade 45. We are raining down in confetti. Let's go check out a couple more picks in this game right now. So, over-under in this. The over has been the stronger play for the Golden Knights. The under, stronger play for the Florida Panthers. I'm not going to touch this one at the original. Not going to take it either on an alternative line. But I am curious about some prop bets in this one. Can we find a good prop bet? Looking at the over, implied probability, Barkov over half a point. Barkov over half a point for the Florida Panthers. I like it. So Alexander Barkov over half a point. That's another play that I like. Just getting some good probability on that. What's another good probability play in this game? Jack Eichel over half a point. We cashed on this last game. We're going to go with it again. So that's Jack Eichel. Jack Eichel over half a point. Really consistent play. It's been so consistent. So we're going to go with it on this one as well. Jack Eichel over half a point. And again, we like it because we're getting the half a point as opposed to the 1.5. So a couple plays that we like in this hockey game. Shots on goal, Duclair. Riley Smith's another one. I like Riley Smith over 1.5 shots on goal. The reason we like it, pretty consistent. Pretty consistent on the road. Hit or miss, but we like it. Riley Smith over 1.5 as well. So there are a couple of NHL plays we like. By the way, you guys, if you have any WNBA picks, let us know. Would love to know what you guys think. Okay, Tito's full send. There you go, Tito's. Now you know how to do it. Let's throw you up on the celebrity shots of the day. So that is Tito's full send. Did I get that name correct? There you go. Tito's full send. Tigers plus 1.5. Tigers plus 1.5. Welcome to the big board. Tito's full send. If any of you guys want your pick up on the screen, if you guys want to play along with us at home, make sure you throw your comment, your celebrity pick up on the screen. If you have a favorite pick of the day, write in the comment section my celebrity shot or my celebrity pick. Write it in the comment section and we will we'll put it up on the big board. That way you guys can play along with us. Sam Bennett over 4 hits seems consistent. Mind checking it out. Don't know if we can check that. Let's see. Can I check hits? No, I can't. No, I can't. So, no. Sorry, Chris. Can't do that for you. If I don't have the research, I can't deliver on it. So, no, I cannot. Sorry about that. Top dog. Bobrovsky over 28.5 saves. Let's go look at it. Bobrovsky over 28.5 saves. Sergei Bobrovsky. You're off the case, Bobrovsky. Okay, looking at it on saves. The under has the stronger implied probability here. Just letting you know. You were asking about over 28.5 saves. He got pulled, so that's one of the reasons that it had been very consistent. It had been very consistent. At home, is there an alternative line here? If I had to take it, I'd go over 26.5. Over 26.5 shots on goal, or rather over 26.5 saves. That's what I would take it at. I'll put it up on my big board as well, but again, it's at that alternative line. So one more time, that's Sergei Bobrovsky over, and I'm taking 26.5 saves. Again, that's an alternative line. I'll take the 26.5 just to give myself a little bit more room on that one. Yeah, sorry, Chris Silva. We can't do what we can't do. Wish we could, but unfortunately not possible. By the way, we are 20 minutes left before our show is over. Only 20 minutes left of our show. It's amazing how quickly this show goes by every day. I wake up every day and I'm so energized to do this show with you guys. I always dive into it head first, and it's unbelievable how quickly it goes by every single day. Big shout out to all of those who have been watching. Chris Silva, Tito's Full Send, Show Me, IP Shade 45, Boss Lady Murr, Candyman, Blease, Colton, Stephen Pock, Cody, Jorge, great to see you, Jorge. Guerra, also known as Nathan. Jesus, One Big Deal 22. Great to see all these familiar names. Joe, great to see you today. It's so fun to be able to say that we have such loyal followers, such loyal viewers. You guys show up every single day, show us the love, show us the support. Cannot say thank you enough to you guys. For those watching on Instagram, Stephen Frank, Gerald, Big Man, Lazaro, thank you guys so much for watching. And of course, for those on YouTube, Top Dog, Nathan, Kyle, Steven, Ryan, Mark, Jeff, Will, Haley, Kira, Beth, Dante, Farika, so great to see all of you. Caesar, great to see you. Wonderful to have such a loyal following. You guys are the absolute best. We are so grateful for you guys supporting the network. Let us know what you guys need. We are here to support you guys in any way possible. In any way possible, here to help you guys out. So let us know, what do you guys need help with? We are here to support you guys in any way imaginable. So put those likes in there. Let us know, what can we do? What picks do you want? What research do you need done? If you want more of our picks, you guys know how to do it. We're switching from the confetti to the hat because we hit our live goals, so trying to get some hat hair for the day. But if you guys want some more long ball long shots of the day, I still have 2 more long ball long shots of the day waiting to go. So hit that like button. Once we get to, where are we at the likes? Where are we at the likes? Once we get to 10,000 likes, we'll give out another long ball long shot of the day. How about that? So at 10,000 likes, we'll give out another long ball long shot of the day. So hit that like button. Let's drive it up. By the way, also hook us up with a cap. The next cap we get, I've got a really hot play I want to give out, an MLB player prop bet. So let's dive into that. Silva, Las Vegas on the money line. Aces on the money line in WNBA seems to be as consistent a play as there is at this point. You're not going to get great odds on it, but we do like it. The Aces tonight, I do like it. They are on fire. So yes, WNBA. We haven't given out any WNBA yet, but I am going to. I'm going to give out the WNBA, and yes, we are going obvious on this one. We will take the Aces on the money line. Not what I wanted. Copy. And we are with the WNBA. Man. Struggling right now. Struggling, guys. Just made a mistake. Need to pull this back up. My bad. My bad. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. So, on the WNBA. Thank you. Okay. Aces on the money line. Las Vegas Aces on the money line. That's a WNBA play for you guys today. Again, once we hit 10,000 likes, I'll give out another long ball long shot of the day. 10,000 likes, so hit that like button. Colin Ray. Colin Ray, 1.5 walks. Let's look at it. Colin Ray, spelling it a little wrong. R-A-E. It's Colin Ray. Let's go look at it. You were asking about walks. Let me get back to the MLB. We have about 15 minutes left of our show. 15 minutes left of our show. If you have a celebrity shot that you want to throw up on the big board, make sure you get to it. Make sure you throw in the comment section, my celebrity pick. My celebrity pick. And then the pick that you like. We're looking at walks, I believe. IP Shade 45 is looking for walks on Colin Ray. The over-under, same implied probability here, has been consistent. Don't like it. Not enough for me. 1.27 whip. Not seeing a play I like here. Sorry. Wish I could give you better. Not a lot of data. Not a good trend. I know it's hitting 3 of the last 4, but the implied probability has me a little wary. At home, 3 out of 5. Not there for me. Sorry, IP Shade 45. Doesn't do it for me. Top Dog thinks Florida Panthers are coming out punching. I think so too. I have the Panthers on the money line. I agree. Hey, Candyman. Yeah, where's the Candyman celebrity shot? Candyman, let us know your celebrity shot of the day. Haven't seen it yet. Candyman celebrity shot of the day. Here it comes. Candyman has been pretty hot. Is this a parlay, Candyman? Looks like it. Candyman, giving us that WNBA action. I know you guys love following him. Vegas, -2.5. Yeah, this is a parlay. So this is going to be aces -2.5. So aces -2.5 in the first half. Plus, since it's a parlay, we are also taking the aces on the money line in the whole game. Good call by here. Aces on the money line. So we also like aces on the money line, but Candyman's also taking them to cover in the first half. That's a WNBA parlay from Candyman. By the way, how's Candyman doing on his picks? 3-1. 3-1. Pretty solid. So again, if you want your name up on the big board, if you want your pick up on the big board, write in the comment section, whether on TikTok Live, YouTube, Instagram, or on Twitch for the first time ever in Butt Fumble Sports history. If you're watching on Twitch and you want your comment in the your pick on the celebrity big board, let us know. Celebrity shot, and then whatever the pick is, that's how we put it up there. Candyman, we're all over the aces today. Love it. And IP Shade 45, you're messing up my hair with that hat. Let's now that I got some hat hair, let's give out another pick. Thank you so much. Big shout out to IP Shade 45. Here's the one I like. I'm going to show you guys it up on the big board or in a moment. But Whit Merrifield. Whit Merrifield, 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Bingo. Over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Strong implied probability. Whit Merrifield over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. Whit Merrifield in his career has really good numbers against Framber Valdez. That's one of the reasons we're bringing him up. So against Framber Valdez, 5 for 10 lifetime with a home run, 4 RBIs, and only 1 strikeout. So I do like Whit Merrifield on over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. And we have hit 10,000 likes. You guys are awesome. We have hit 10,000 likes, so we have another long ball, long shot of the day to give out. Here's the next one we're going to give out, and it is Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette has been red hot hitting home runs of late, and I also like the matchup against Framber Valdez. So again, against Framber Valdez in his career, Bo Bichette is 3 for 7 with a home run and 2 RBIs. I want to show you guys what Bo Bichette's going off at for home runs. For home runs, implied probability only 12%, but you could take it at plus 750. Plus 750. I know Framber Valdez is a good pitcher, but likelihood of home runs is a tick down in this game where extra base hits is up, but I still like the matchup with righty-lefty matchup with Bo Bichette. You can see red hot home runs over his last 2 games. Now let's look at hits, runs, and RBIs for him. Over 1.5, yes please. Bo Bichette. So we're doubling down on Bo Bichette. Bo Bichette over 1.5 hits, plus runs, plus RBIs. Again, 3 for 7 lifetime against Framber Valdez. What about bases? What about total bases? Not a good play. What about a hit? Over half a hit? No, you got to take it to 1.5. So the only one we like here is Bo Bichette over 1.5 hits, runs, and RBIs, as well as him to go long today on a long ball, long shot of the day. Here, let me make this a little smaller so you can see all of our picks up on the screen. Crazy how many picks we give out. By the way, no run in the first inning of that Reds game. Good call by you guys. No run in that first inning of the Reds-Dodgers game. Good call. You guys hit on that. Candyman. I love the Mamba mentality, Candyman. Good call. Good call. Good job by you guys. Dewana Bonner. Bonner. Under 14.5 points. We'll go look at that right now. Joanna Man. Did you guys ever see that movie? Of all the sports movies that have been out there, Joanna Man. Yeah. Yikes. Bonner. So the over has the stronger implied probability here. The over has the stronger implied probability, Chris Silva. So looking at it from the over perspective, hasn't been consistent over the last 5 games. How about at home? Hit or miss? But the implied probability is on the over. I'm not going to touch it because of that. Has me a little wary. I'm not going to touch it because it has me a little concerned. Appreciate all of those who are joining us. Make sure you guys hit that follow button. Make sure you're following Butt Fumble Sports. We are here for it every single day. We love helping you guys out. We have so much fun every single day talking sports with you guys, doing everything we can to obviously give you guys good information. So make sure you're hitting that follow button. Make sure you follow Butt Fumble Sports and make sure you're part of this unbelievable community. Show me. Show me's getting a little sassy in the comment section. Alyssa Thomas, let's look at that. Alyssa Thomas, rebounds, over 10 rebounds, 11.5. By the way, Kershaw already with a walk. Love that. Okay, you're asking about Thomas. And you were asking about rebounds. Specifically about rebounds, you were asking about over 10.5 or 11. So I'm seeing it at 10.5. Implied probability is the same on both sides. No alternative line on this one. Too bad because I really don't like it. Not consistent enough for me. So wouldn't touch it. If I could drop it down to 9.5, then it would be a good play. It would obviously change how frequently it's hitting. Just not enough of a trend here for me. Don't like it. Don't like it. Again, here are all the picks up on the screen, including our long ball long shots of the day and your celebrity shots. If you want your pick up on the screen, make sure that you put in the comment section, my celebrity pick, and whatever it is. So if you're watching on Instagram and you want to give your favorite pick of the day, it can be an MLB game pick, a WNBA pick, a prop bet, whatever you guys want. Candyman, I'm leaning towards Ace's game to go under when it goes under a lot of boards. Interesting. So Candyman, yeah, Candyman, if you don't like something, if you don't have strong conviction behind it, don't put your money behind it. If the trends aren't that strong and your conviction isn't that strong, you don't have to play it. We're not forcing it. Again, here are all of our picks up on the screen. All of our picks. So again, here are all the plays. In case you missed any of them, we will post the entire show onto YouTube. So if you missed any part of our show today, you can go onto YouTube, watch the entire show. That way you never miss a pick, never miss research, never miss a joke, because you know we bring the funny here. And of course, you can get all of your celebrity picks. If you want to see what your fellow viewers are watching in terms of a game pick, you guys can follow it, you can fade it, but that way you guys know and you can play along at home. We keep the record of everyone who's put in a pick throughout the history of the show. If you want, we're running out of time, only a few minutes left. If you want your pick up on the screen, we have Mike Torres 835, IP Shade 45, Top Dog, Show Me, Dante, Steven, Chris Silva, Tito's Full Send, and Candyman. If you're watching right now and you want your pick to join those that are up on the big board, make sure you throw it in the comment section right now. Butt Fumble Sports, we're here for all things fans, all things sports. Bob the Gambler, do you want to be up on our big board? Give us your favorite pick of the day. We'll put it up on our big board and let you guys play along at home. Let us know, guys, coming down to the final few minutes of the show. Final few minutes. Any questions, any comments? If you have feedback, if you guys want to rant about something, we're here for it. If you want to talk about Zion Williamson and his baby mama drama, that's where we started the show. Zion Williamson and his porn star drama. Can you look up Lance Lynn strikeouts? Of course we can. Show me. Lance Lynn strikeouts. So the over 5.5 is actually a really strong play here. The over 5.5 is a really strong play. Maybe not over the last 2 games, but over the last 7, it's been a pretty good play. On the road, not as much. Lifetime against the Yankees, Lance Lynn. How are the strikeout numbers? There are some guys who strike out a lot. Torres, 42.9%. Bowers, 37.5%. Stanton, 42.9%. I'm not going to put it up on my big board, but I do like it. I do like it. I would lean slightly towards the over 5.5. Really, the 4.5 is what I'd take, but the alternative line, not a great spot. Zion Williamson is another excuse to miss 3/4 of the season. Zion Williamson taking care of the population problem in our country as he has a baby mama, but it wasn't the porn star he was dating. The porn star he was dating is actually pissed that she wasn't impregnated by him. By the way, I just have to say for all of my baby mamas, I'm sorry that I'm not knocking up porn stars as well. So there you go. Would Brandon Drury be a good play today? Let's look at Brandon Drury. Final few minutes of the show. Get your questions in. About to come off air. Brandon Drury, you were asking specifically about a good play involving him today. Over 1.5 base. No, nothing really attracts it to me. Over half a hit. That's a play. Over half a hit. That's the only one. So Brandon Drury, over half a hit. Okay, guys, getting to the final few minutes of the show. We have been live for 2 straight hours. I am starting to feel it. Normally, I'm pretty good after 2 hours, but without any food and I haven't been hydrating like I should be. I am gassed. One Big Deal 22, I do like that one. One Big Deal 22, good call. So, Candyman, to your question, I don't think we get points, rebounds, and assists for... Yeah, we don't. We get them individually, but I don't have points, rebounds, and assists all at once. So if I look at Chelsea Green, or Chelsea Gray rather, forgive me, and I just look at the overs, 6.5, 13.5. So that gets me to 20, and then over 4.5. All have a good implied probability. So if we say it's at about 24, I like the under. Given that if I add all of these together, I'm right at about 24. I'd actually lean slightly towards the under personally, because all 3 would have to hit. That's just a little bit wary to me. Candyman, 4.5 rebounds is such a steal, says Candyman. Chelsea Gray, 4.5 rebounds. He's saying it's a big steal. 3 out of the last 4 games it's hit. I'll throw it up on my big board. Candyman's saying it's a good play. Candyman's been pretty good on his WNBA plays. So I'll throw this one up there. Chelsea Gray, I'm gonna follow Candyman over 4.5 rebounds. Let's give it a go. Let's see how you do, Candyman. Okay, guys. De La Cruz with a hit already. Did De La Cruz get a hit already? I want to check it to make sure that we're not giving ourselves credit before it's deserved. But if we go to Eli De La Cruz, yes, he did. Eli De La Cruz. We are cashing already on a base, and we are putting that up on our board. Eli De La Cruz, good call, everybody. That was one of the picks we gave out prior to the show. Would love to see him steal a base, if I'm being honest. That way we would also cash our stolen base prop. But a good call, everybody. Good job on that. Eli De La Cruz, over half a base. Cashing tickets. That's what Butt Fumble Sports likes to do. Appreciate all of those who are with us. We're having so much fun watching the show with you. He stole second? No way. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Let's go. Let's go. Woo! Eli De La Cruz. Boy, are we having fun. That is almost like cashing a home run prop because of how it goes off. I loved his speed today. You can put it on the board. Yes, sir. That is what we love to see, everybody. Love to see it. Eli De La Cruz cashing us money quick in this one, as Eli De La Cruz got a half a base on his single, and has a stolen base. We are in the money, everybody. Welcome into the show. Hope you're having fun. You know we are. We are cashing tickets automatically. What a start to our show. Okay, Jorge has a celebrity shot. Jorge, good that you got your celebrity shot in. We're in the final few seconds of the show. So Jorge has a celebrity shot. That's Jorge Vilena. Jorge's picks for the celebrity shot. Strider, under strikeouts. Spencer Strider, got to give us the number. Jorge, you got to give us the whole play. Spencer Strider, under how many strikeouts? Got to give it to us. Under strikeouts, got to give it to us. Got to know what you're taking. And Valdez under strikeouts. Jorge, I got to know the number or I'm going to delete it. Framber Valdez. Under strikeouts, got to know the number. Can't assume it. Jorge, get it to us. Come on, Jorge. Where'd you go, Jorge? 8.5 and 5.5. Thank you. Under 8.5. Under 5.5. Everybody, I cannot believe how fast 2 hours goes every day. And it's all thanks to you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are absolutely awesome. I so appreciate the support you guys show Butt Fumble Sports. IP Shade 45, Colton, thank you for contributing the live goal today. Really appreciate it. You guys were awesome today. Chris Silva, Candyman, Jorge, Show Me, Tyler, great call. Tyler, great to see you on the show. One Big Deal 22, IP Shade 45. Jose, Lope, Ryan, Blease, Tito Full Speed, Boss Lady Murr, Frank Silva, no relation to Chris Silva, I'm assuming. Colton, as I mentioned, Stephen Pock, Cody, great to see so many familiar faces on the show. You guys are absolutely awesome. We are so grateful for all the support you guys show us every single day. Cannot say thank you enough. Here are all of our picks for the day. Here are all of the picks. We're going to go through it really slowly so you guys can see it. Here are the NHL picks we have up on the screen. Here are the NHL picks. Now here are all of our MLB picks, including a few that we've already cashed. Thank you, Eli De La Cruz. Thank you so much. All of our MLB picks. Here are our WNBA picks, our long ball long shots of the day, and your celebrity shots. The picks from viewers and who they like today. Those are all of our picks for today. If you want to get all of our content, all of our picks, all in one place, go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. Buttfumblesports.com. I'm about to post all of our picks up on the screen so that way you guys can see it. Tyler, you just got under the wire. You just got under the wire. You didn't. We got to get all the information, though. Weimer, I need all the information, Tyler. If I don't get all the information, it doesn't go up on the screen. I need it exactly how you want it written. Tyler, this is your last chance. He's going to be our last celebrity shot of the day. Tyler, Weimer, over half a base. Over half a base. Not liking that you're not giving me the full name. Not happy about that. That's annoying me. Joy Weimer. Won't do that again. Won't do that again. If you guys don't give me the full, won't do it again. Last time. There you go. Okay, so that's our celebrity shots of the day. You can see it all up on the screen. Once again, if you want to get all of our content, go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. You can check out our blogs. I'm about to post all of the picks today up on the website, as well as all of our celebrity shots of the day as well. So you go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. Check out our blogs. I'm about to publish all of our picks for today. You can also check out my DFS lineup for tonight. And of course, go to our store, Butt Fumble Sports. Get yourself a hat, a shirt. Check out the new merchandise we just dropped. A couple of MLB shirts. You don't want to miss those. So go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. Check out all of our content, all of our merch. And that way you can be a loyal member of the Butt Fumble Sports community. Appreciate all you watching. Big shout out to the Butt Fumble Sports team behind the scenes As always, we are live for 2 hours tomorrow. It is Friday. Every time we have a Friday show, we are live at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. tomorrow. That's Friday, 3 p.m. Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is our next show. Just wrote it in the comments section, so make sure you're with us. Make sure you're with us at Butt Fumble Sports on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and now on Twitch at 3 p.m. 3 p.m., 3 p.m., 3 p.m., 3 p.m., Friday Eastern Standard Time. Friday at 3 p.m. we are back live. Doug, if you want to catch all of our picks, I will publish those on our website in the next 5 minutes. If you want to get all of our picks for today, I will publish those on our website in the next 5 minutes. So go to our website, buttfumblesports.com. There's a link in our bio. You can check out all of our picks in just 1 minute. Make sure you go to our website. I'll publish those in just a minute. Appreciate all those who are with us. As always, you're going to hear me say it every single day. I hope you guys stay healthy. I hope you stay safe. And as always, I hope you cash a lot of tickets today. I can't wait to see you tomorrow, Friday, June 9th at 3 p.m. Eastern Time across all of